last I have Wi-Fi. We are live. Hi, Luke.
Hi. Oosh.
I'm going to try and share it straight away on my profile because I had this problem last week. How are you?
All good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And I'm so glad to get you on here because although everybody else won't know, you do so much of it behind the scenes in sending out emails and getting things ready and uploading it to YouTube. Mm-hmm. So for people who don't know, Luke is my virtual assistant, but he also is a virtual assistant for loads of other people. And we met over on LinkedIn. So would you like to introduce yourself, Luke?
Yeah, fuck off. So I am Luke Manton. I own Manton Executives, a virtual personal assistant agency. Bollocks. Oosh. So like Sarah said, I'm Sarah's personal assistant as well as many others.
Leah's watching. Hi, Leah.
Oosh. So I also have an online mini series on LinkedIn called TikTok Bollocks. So all about Tourette's and working with Tourette's. Bollocks.
Yes. Because obviously we're going to come on to this, but for anybody who's not met you before, that's going to be the first thing that they're thinking is what's going on. So that's one of the main things that I wanted to talk to you about, because before I'd met you, I didn't really have any idea what Tourette's was, and you've not always had it, have you?
No. So tell
us a little bit about life before and how it came about.
Fucking hell. So before I didn't have a stammer. Bollocks. I didn't have tics. Showed no signs. Wank. Fuck off. And then I got sick. So I had a fuck off issue with my brain. Late 2017, early 2018. Fuck. Oosh. After that, initially I couldn't talk. Fuck off. Oosh. So I had. No. So I couldn't get a full word out. Oosh. My head would not stop moving, so it was constantly up and down, and nobody knew what was going on. But yeah, it turned my life upside down. So, oosh. After speech therapy, more brain scans, neurologists, doctors, specialists. Oosh, it turns out to be adult onset Tourette's. Bollocks. And at the time, fuck off. I didn't even know that you could get that.
I didn't know
it was a thing. I thought it was something. Fuck off. You were born with dicks. And that was that. But yeah.
So you were. So you'd been ill. You'd had this life before, then you couldn't speak at all, and then suddenly when you were speaking,
everything came out.
Absolutely. So now listening to you now, you seem much more confident with it, but obviously it wasn't like that at first. What kind of what have you been through in the last couple of years in dealing with that? And I know you can't tell us everything because that would take 2 years. But
we'd be here till next week.
Yeah.
So funnily enough, so when I started talking, I had the worst stammer as well. So it's still present a little bit now, but it was every single word. And it was long to get a sentence out. And I was always known as being the one with the witty, quick comeback back, the one liner, and kind of all of that went because fuck off, because I couldn't say anything quickly, and then that was kind of like a huge change. And a stammer is so frustrating, constantly wanting to say something that and not being able to. Funnily enough, you don't stammer when you tic because it comes from a different part of your brain. Wow. So all of that will come out. But what I actually want to say,
I still can't get that bit out to saying what you want to say.
So I had so much speech that therapy. Bollocks, which I hated, but it's clearly worked for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like everything changed. My confidence went from like sky high to zero. Oosh. I wouldn't even answer the phone if a parcel was being delivered. Fuck off, bollocks, and say George wasn't here. I would just miss it. I wouldn't answer the door. Fuck off. No. It cost me my job at the time. I couldn't get hired anything then.
Well, that's what I want to come to. Hey, Jerry. So that's what I wanted to come on to, because obviously in the midst of this, you've now got your own business empire and you are rocking it on LinkedIn and TikTok and the podcast and everything. Just tell us a little bit about, because a couple of times when you've mentioned it, it's mortified me that people can be like that. But you had some really bad experiences in getting a job, because you had a successful career beforehand.
Yeah. So I'd always been, so I did university, fuck off, did 2 separate courses, so my master's as well, fuck off. But I'd worked the entire time through. I got my first management role at 18. So I was determined to just get to the top as high as I could, as fast as I could. So I'd had a good career before. And I'd worked in a few different industries. I was I was an event manager for about 9 years. And then I did that until I just decided that I didn't want to anymore. And then I could just move into another high-level management role. Bollocks. But yeah, once this happened, I was, I was out, and absolutely nobody would give would give me a chance to do it. I had awful interviews. Bollocks.
You telling me about him, and it's mortifying that people can be like that on something that you can't control.
I think my worst was bollocks, because my CV and cover letter would always get me in. So they'd see and think, oh, wow, this is a good fuck off bollocks, a good candidate, or interview that. I could see the looks they give to each other. Fuck off, dickheads, when I show up, and you can tell they're like, oh shit. Like, one, I'd passed the initial stages of applying, and I did 4 aptitude tests online for it. All separate and all long tests. So I'd gone through all of those. Got invited to the interview, which was booked for an hour. I was in there for no longer than 4 minutes maximum. And there's a group of like four of them interviewing, and one lady who showed me in. And I'm fuck off bollocks. I was sat down and they were whispering to each other with me sat there. So like,
and this is in society now. That's what worries me more than anything. We talk so often about how far we've come with all these different things, and ultimately we've not come anywhere because people are still so judgmental before they know anything.
I always say now that fuck off, the majority of bollocks. The majority of people want diversity and inclusivity until it looks like me. Like,
so it looks like something that doesn't fit in, and then they don't.
If I could tick those diversity boxes without telling their clients to fuck off, then they'd be happy with it. But
Jerry says Luke for King. It's unbelievable that this book. And we'll come on to talking about your business and how that was. How did you then set that up then? So how did you get that confidence to go from feeling like that and those interviews and those people making you feel that way to doing what you've done now?
So I spoke about it before on a video, the bollocks, the point that was like the turning point. And I've been open about it because bollocks, fuck off. Because for me, I feel it's important to share it. So after funnily enough, just after that bollocks, that 4-minute interview, that was in March last year. That was my lowest.
Only last year.
Yeah, that was my lowest point. And just after that I'd exhausted everything. So I thought I've had enough. So my whole life had changed. So that was when I took an overdose, and I was fully set that I didn't want to be here anymore. And after all of that, I thought, bollocks, fuck off. I thought I cannot be in that place again. And then I weirdly just had this like thing where I thought if I'm not going to get hired, bollocks, fuck off. I'll just hire myself. Funnily enough, the VA thing only came because I still didn't have the confidence to do anything customer facing. And I thought if I did this, I thought, I won't ever have to see anyone, or fuck off, cunt bollocks, or speak to anyone.
That went well for you, didn't it?
And yeah. And then it just so happens to be the age of Zoom meetings, and I spoke to a few people, and then especially bollocks with Leah, and then made the video, and yeah, it's all gone from that.
So your video, you do a series of videos, and it is available on YouTube as well for people to, or where are they?
No, they will be, but at the moment that fuck off bollocks just on my featured section on LinkedIn.
Okay, so at the minute you're so busy uploading mine to YouTube for me, but so on your featured list on LinkedIn, we'll share your LinkedIn tick. They can see the series that you've been doing, called Tourettes, and it's all about life with. And it's so amazing how much you don't know about it.
Fuck off, bollocks, cunt.
I personally just thought it just meant you had impulsive movements and swore a lot. Like I literally didn't know anything other than that. And yeah, tell us a little bit about how you've got on with that series, how you've been filming with it.
So when I first did the very first video was 50 seconds long, and it was just me saying fuck off, I'm gonna make a video, and that was it. But fuck off, but people got to see how I moved, how I spoke, and the support was massive. And then after my first video, it was crazy, like hundreds of connections and follows, like hundreds and hundreds of comments, inbox messages. And then I thought, oh my God, I'm actually doing fuck off bollocks, the right thing. And there was, I think, I before Tourette's bollocks, I didn't know anything about it because I'd never met anyone with it. So, I almost felt like at the time, like I didn't need to know. And then, that was the main thing that came from it. Like, fuck off, like hardly anyone had seen anyone with Tourette's, so it was almost like an eye-opening thing for everyone else as well. And it was nice that they were interested about it and wanted to know more. So it went. I couldn't have asked for it to go better.
And tell us about because you did one for kids as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
and I loved that, and I think actually, even though you did it for kids, I think because not only were you moving the swear, like getting rid of the swearing, it was how you broke it down. I was like, this makes sense to me. Like I needed the breakdown. I think a lot of the times we overcomplicate stuff, and you made it sound so simple, really. Why did you want to do it for kids?
Well, I got quite a fuck off bollocks. I got quite a few messages saying, how could I explain this to my children? Bollocks. And a lot of people don't want to intentionally show them show their children someone swearing as much as I do. We all know how quick kids can pick stuff up.
The thing is, Luke, I haven't got Tourette's, and I swear far too much in front of my children. So, I like that there's a video that can explain some of it.
I've got a niece who's 2 years old, Maya, bollocks, and she knows the difference between tick words and normal, so she won't say them. But occasionally she'll let one slip, and you can tell she's just testing the water with it. So I'm like, no,
this sounds like a smart kid. She's like, I'm just going to test the boundaries with this here. She knows. Oh, I love that. And I
was asked quite a lot about explaining it to children, and I thought it would be a good idea to do it. But yeah, people love that one as well. Oh,
yeah, I think for me,
bollocks.
With your business, you're inspiring people by a million miles. Like, I was chatting to someone not related to you, which happened to be Dan Brown at the time. I didn't know that I was going to be working with you at the time, and we were chatting. And I said, oh, I've just spoken. I've had a call with a new VA. I'm going to take a VA. And he was like, there is no VA except Luke Manton getting work at the minute. It must be Luke. I was like, yeah, it is. Because for me, I'd heard your story, which was one of the reasons that inspired me to get in touch with you and work with you. But I think the other bit is people say this, and I don't want to say it in those words. They go, oh, you're really good even though you've got all these things. I'm like, you're not really good even though. You're way better than anybody I've worked with in anything. And I used to do this job badly, granted. I was a bad PA. I was nowhere near as organised as you. But the stuff that you do, everything, every sense of eye of detail, every little bit of work and thought that you put into every part of the work that you're doing for me, from diary management to social media to, we were just chatting about the YouTube a minute ago and how I'm just like uploading random stuff, and you're like, I'll make it look nice, Sarah. I'm like, okay, that'd work well. It's all those things. So you are just exceptional at what you do. And now I'm hearing that you're so busy. Well, you're not leaving me, so you might have to ultimately take people on at some point.
Yeah. Oh, that's the next step, is bringing someone else in. Like, I couldn't have asked for it to go better. And I remember, and I would say to George constantly, if I can make, my whole goal was to make £1,000 a month. I was like, if I can get £1,000 a month, then I'm fine. Bollocks. Because I didn't have a work option and I couldn't get it in. So I was like, if I do this, and then to me, that was like, for doing something fuck off myself, that was like a big goal to reach. And like, I remember my very first month doing it, and I got, I remember getting £230 for one invoice, and I was literally over the moon that I was thinking, like, I earned this myself, like I've done this. And then, it's just gone up and up, to the point where, like, now I am ready to bring someone else in. But it's also like it is thanks to clients as well, like you and everyone else that will work with me, because there is still people who won't want to work with me.
They're massively missing out, though. I don't get it, and I think just for a million reasons I could list why that's a massive no-no. But you wouldn't want to work with those kind of people anyway. But what do you think it is? Is it just fear, or is it just lack of understanding and education?
I think it's like a mixture of all of it. Bollocks, fuck off, dickheads, assholes. I think it's part of me thinks, do they think they don't want to say the wrong thing? Do they find it annoying? Because funnily enough, I literally have been told that by a person, just straight up, like, oh, could you mute yourself because you're quite annoying.
I was going to laugh, but I was going to ask you about that, because I remember you saying to me once before that in an interview you have tried to like mute, and how. Tell us about what that does for you, because that's not nice in any capacity. But explain why a little bit.
Well, it's a hard thing to deal with, and it's a hard thing to accept as it is. So when it's highlighted that it's also a problem for somebody else, that just makes it 10 times worse. Like, I fuck off. I was saying the other day, Tourette's is an odd condition. It makes you fuck off, bitch. Makes you want to hide, but then it's also the reason that people will look at you. Like if I'm shopping, I just want to like put my head down, have nobody look at me. But then I'm shouting like, "Oh, fuck this," and everything. And then
and everyone's like looking at you like, "How does this work?" Like, I literally want to keep away.
I do what they do now. So if I swear in a supermarket, I'll just turn and look as if it was somebody else.
Get that? Well, I suppose that's a tough question. I suppose people still do if you don't know, and they just think you're swearing at the spaghetti or whatever it is. That's like, what would that do to you? So but I can't understand how somebody would. It's back to any kind of thing of trying to get someone to change themselves, but also change something that you literally have not got control over. And my brain just loses it. How does it feel like you've not accepted it? I think you look like you have, but you probably do have times. Is there times where you just still, even now, like, I can't be doing with this, I want to give up?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, like occasionally, like I'll get fuck off. Oh, I'll get so in my head about it, bollocks, and I'll just think like, I want a day off from it. Oh, like my neck, literally. I'm surprised it's not this bit big. Like I say to George sometimes, like I just want a day off, like one whole day with no ticks. Like it'll fuck off. Occasionally it'll chill right out, but I just think one whole day would just do me for a while and be fine. And then other days I just don't care. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I can't relate in the same, but with when I'm bad with my BPD, my head works like for hours, and I will say something similar, but I say, I just wish I could switch it off, like it's just going. But I don't have to listen to it, and I don't have to move with it, and I can't imagine if I was saying all those things that were in my head all the time and just wanted to make it stop. So I just think it's one of those conditions that I genuinely don't think anybody could relate to how it.
Yeah, it's odd. And I think I've always been a person that I never like to see someone upset, and I was always the one that if you saw someone getting bullied, fuck off, you'd call someone out for it. And then that is where I hate Tourette's. If I'm out and fuck off, it seems to make
every guest on that's been on lately. Ian's popping up now to say you wouldn't be where you are about it now. We're getting like a backlog everyone.
It makes me say these things that would offend that person. Like I've had to have conversations with people in like wheelchairs and things, and because I've said something horrible, somebody overweight when I'm shopping, I've said something horrible, and I always want to explain and apologize in that circumstance, because I never want to be fuck off bollocks the reason that somebody feels shitty.
I still don't understand it. Is it then that sometimes the thing that pops into most of our heads that maybe is it that kind of thing sometimes that where we think of something and go, we won't say that, your brain goes, no, you're going to say it, you're going to say it.
So it comes from a part of the brain that like would control aggression. So anything that's related to being mean, angry, abusive, fuck off, bollocks, shit, anything like that will come out. I never know what it's going to say, but I know what would trigger it. So, for example, if I do see someone in a wheelchair chair, I'll be like, oh, shit. And like try and hold, I don't know what's coming, but I know it's going to be fuck off, bollocks related to something like that.
Yeah.
Or if I'm like, you know, and you've got someone slow walking in front of you, and something like that, and then I'll just tick and like loudly, and I'm like, oh, fucking move, like something like that. And I never want to be.
Which is funny for us, but I can imagine that's an absolute nightmare for you.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Oh, Donna says, people are so ignorant. You are absolutely inspirational, amazing achievements. Totally agree with the above comments. You're I can't speak now. Amazing awareness and take my hat off to you. Keep being you. And I think that's the thing. I think not only are you inspirational to me, the business that you're running, but it's the educating that you're doing now. by sharing the videos? Because there was a brief time where you took a break, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And you were I'm not going to do any more videos. What do you mind sharing about? You don't have to say specifics, but some of those awful people who sent you messages or commented and stuff. Like, why don't they just scroll?
I honestly don't get it. I think at the time, initially, I took things so personally, bollocks. And I had hundreds of nice comments and say 5 fuck off shit ones. And I guarantee it was those shit ones that I was focused on. Yeah. And I took it so personally. Like, and I know everyone's like, oh, delete them, block that bollocks. But I've already read it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the damage is already done. So if I block them, they won't do it again to me. Fuck off, bollocks. But the damage is done. So, and I, like, it's fuck off. I think it takes a lot not to bite back, because I'm very like back then I was like, I'd probably just cry about it. Now, occasionally when it will pop up, I have to try my hardest not to bite back, because I like try and be above that. It doesn't always work. But people will still send a shitty message, and I don't get it, because I think I don't get it because I'm not an asshole. So
that is, yes. I wish I could highlight that on the comments. That is it. I don't get it because I'm not an asshole. Like, that is the key, isn't it? These people out there that just seem to want to not even to try and understand it or to try and say anything. It's just not nice things that people say. That it. And you talked a couple of times about George, about Leah, and some of these are your support network and people around. I think that's made a difference in having that support network.
100%. Without George, my friends, my literally like LinkedIn family, like Jen, Leah, Jerry, everyone like that you included. Like, I seem to have built up such a big network of people I enjoy talking to daily. And this is another odd thing that I'm thankful for because when I was like hiding away, I thought, like, I'm gonna stop seeing my friends. I'm never gonna meet anyone new. And now I've got this whole new network of fuck off bollocks of people I can like have a laugh with, get ideas from, and it kind of does give me that boost that I definitely like needed. I think.
Yeah. And how's it been for George? Like, I know you don't talk a lot, but it must have been quite challenging for him in when you got ill, like all that worry about you being unwell and ill, and then all of this since that, and then watching you having the moments where you have been settled down with it.
He honestly could not be any better. He is the most laid back person, fuck off, you will ever meet me, and definitely the sensible one out of the two of us.
Mine is the sensible one. You can't have two of us in the same kind of way, can you?
I'm impulsive with what I buy, what I do, and George is like, let's think about it. But he's been great, and he's adapted so well. And because people don't realize, because George is the closest person to me, he seems to deal with the most of it. But I've lost count of how many fuck off times George has been slapped, punched, headbutted. I've broken the things like.
By you because
so if I kick and my arm goes out, I've hit him in the face and everything, and he just. And
this is why I'm glad you're my virtual assistant. Not in a room with you, Luke, but miles away. That's fine. Yeah, that must be challenging though. Like,
he's so quick with things now, and he's like so used to it. Like, I can't use, like, when we go out for dinner, bollocks, when that's actually allowed. I can't fuck off use a normal wine glass, because I have a tick where I'll squeeze what I'm holding. So if I've done it before, I've squeezed a glass to the point it's broken my hand. So So he'll recognize what it looks like if I'm going to do anything and take out whatever's in my hand or something, just without even saying anything.
And it's weird to say that, because I was talking to someone the other week about my husband who spots things with my BPD, nothing in the same way, but he notices more than I notice.
Yeah.
He'll go, I think you just need to, and I'm like, no. And I was having a bit of a paddy today about something and coming home, and he was like, I think you're being a little bit irrational. I was like, no, I'm not. And he spots the stuff before, and I think they're just on the right side of objective, that they can spot things and they see things. So it must be incredible to have somebody like that with you. So what is the goals now for Luke Manton and Manton executives, and what's the future hold?
So I think I want balls. I want a whole network of VAs that work under Manton executives, and I want to employ those people that have the skills but fuck off, but aren't being given the chance to show that that's what 100% what I'm going for. Oh,
I love that. It's a little bit similar as to what I did. What I was doing, it was the mental health. It was going, all those people out there that for some reason other people don't believe in you, or you don't believe in yourself. There's opportunities out. Oh, I love that, Luke. There's an army of people that have a huge skill set, and with that kind of openness, the world is your oyster with all of them.
Because I think the expectation, bollocks, wank. The expectation was for me to just settle with this and not do well. And I have achieved fuck off way more than I thought I would. And now I kind of think like I was given a chance and support fuck off by people. So like now it almost feels like it's my turn to do it.
It almost feels like an obligation, not an obligation in a bad way, but you're like, oh, I got this opportunity. I want to help other people, and I feel exactly the same.
Yeah. So that's definitely what's next for me.
So if they're not on LinkedIn, do you think that the TikTok will go on YouTube eventually, or somewhere else that people can
yes. So it has been on my list to put it on YouTube, but I will get it done, and it will go on.
Definitely, we'll take that as a promise. Yeah, and I think that's it. So what, just on a general note now, before I let you get off, what are you looking forward to most about life, reopening? We were chatting earlier about the fact that you'd gone to go out for lunch, hadn't you? And you ended up with a cocktail.
I think I'm looking forward to I think the most, there's always that random like family party, like a big birthday party, where you got the DJ and the dance floor and the bar. I want. I just want to be with all my friends, family, have a dance, have a drink. That's what I'm waiting for. Bollocks. Whoosh.
Maybe that'll be at the wedding.
Yeah.
The big party. Is Leah still planning on doing that for you?
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. So yeah, I think it is. I think it's those kind of lives just moving back into normal.
Yeah.
And from there. So somebody sat there, maybe not necessarily with Tourette's, but with something that is getting in their way and making them feel they might be doubting themselves in whatever business they're doing or whatever job they're doing. Is there anything that you could say that kind of just got you onto that next step?
I think you've got to just remember that there is a way out of it. Nothing is permanent, and fuck off. Even looking at the options of it available is the first step to completely changing it. If I hadn't have looked at options, God, I don't think I'd be here now. So I think just remembering there's definitely a way out of anything. Bollocks.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it is finding out what's available to you. And I said to someone before, there's so many people that get a condition, whether it's an illness, whether it's mental health, whether it's Tourette's, and they are looked upon, even by society and the medical professions, as this is your life sentence. This is the end of it. So really sorry you've got that, but it is a bit like that. And I remember feeling like that. And when you can step outside of that and do something like you have, you're not just helping you, you are helping so many other people.
Like my neurologist told me the standard with Tourette's is that you don't work, and you have a list of benefits to claim, and that was the support I got. I just got given the list, and then that was that.
Yeah, don't start on the eye. Donna's talking about your eyebrows. If Dan catches on, we'll be in some trouble with his puppy. You have got amazing skin. And everybody just saying this is so inspiring. And I think, again, it's opening up to a lot of people. So we will share your LinkedIn things here, because on LinkedIn, we kind of, most people know Luke and TikTok, but here on Facebook, it's probably still quite new. So we'll share those details. And just a massive thank you for coming on and being so open with us. Because it must be hard going live when you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to say.
Bollocks. The very first time I did it was with Leah, and it was like the late night live with Leah, the Neon Nights one. And oh my God, I was bricking it, because I thought, oh, what if I fuck off bollocks? What if I say something too offensive, like the type of thing I edit out my videos? But they fuck off. They've gone really wow. So I kind of enjoy it.
I think sometimes we, especially, I know you are a little bit similar to me, we overthink so much that when it's live, you kind of can't go back and change it. It's fun. Whereas when I record a video, the ones that I like send you, I do 40 different versions of that same video. But if I'm live, it's just what it is, isn't it? It takes away some of that kind of preempting and worrying and everything else. So huge thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And we will share your details. And yes, I will be back next week with, I think it's Shani Perry, but I will share the details of it this week on who I have got next week. So thanks a lot. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.